Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Opinionated Melanin, and you've walked into my little black corner where you get my unapologetic opinion about all the latest topics and news that are coming across your feed every single day. So if you like my take and my opinion on these interesting stories, please make sure to leave a like, comment on the video, please subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Let's jump right in.
You get your ass blown the fuck off. Get the fuck out the car. Get the fuck out the fucking car. Damn, I didn't do anything. Hey, I didn't hurt you. Ass around. All right. On the ground. All right. You don't do that, okay? Get on the fucking ground. Get on the ground. Okay. I'm going to tase your ass. All right, I'm on the ground. Lay down. Tap down. Please get on the ground. I think tase you. Get on the ground. One. Down.
I can describe this video. They are literally holding him up. Oh, there's some violent punches being thrown. He's literally being held up and beaten with a baton and fists right to the face. I can count 4 officers on the scene right here. He does not appear at all to be resisting arrest. In fact, he appears to be lifeless at this point. An officer now on top of him, on his back, it appears. Looks like another responding unit is in the area. Again, this is 3 houses away from where his parents live. We cannot escape that fact. This video coming from a camera they call SkyCop here in Memphis. It's attached to an electricity pole right above the neighborhood where his parents lived. It looked like another officer just came in and now kickstart once again. I have 2 Memphis City Council members with me here that have joined Top Story tonight. I thank you for your time, and I know it's not easy to come and speak on a live broadcast like this as we're watching this video in real time. How disappointing is this?
Yeah, it's hard to put words to it, but the lack of regard for humanity and the sanctity of life. These are the men and women that are entrusted to protect our community, and they're well trained, and they exercise incredibly poor judgment would be an understatement.
I think what is the evidence that is, at least at this part, that you just cannot dispute, is that he was being held up and he was being hit with both a baton and fists.
Yes. They're trained in techniques time and time again in order to get a suspect to comply. And ultimately, what's so disappointing is that this was an alleged reckless driving charge in which somebody feared him for their life and ran, and they could have ended there. They had possession of his vehicle, and the entire incident, if you talk to a trained veteran, would have told you, we've got the car, we can find the suspect later, there's no need to chase him down.
I think at this point, this is the point where both the Nichols family and their attorneys are saying first aid was not rendered. He's been beaten to a pulp from what we've seen on these cameras, clearly, with batons, with fists, with brutal kicks to the head, and now he's being held up, and no first aid is being rendered at this point. He can't even stand up. Look, he just slumped over.
That's the hard part, is officers on both sides that are
they're literally dragging his body into the police car.
Still prop him up here and wait for supporting units, a supervisor, and eventually a fire department, which has our EMT unit. It's going to take about 20 minutes before that ambulance arrives.
20 minutes before an ambulance arrives?
Yes. So our officers failed in duty to intervene and duty to render aid, which is just an abysmal failure of our policies and their training.
The ironic part about all of this is that those cameras are placed there to prevent crimes, to capture crimes. and essentially that's what they did. But it was a crime committed by police.
And no one's above the law. And body-worn cameras, cruiser cameras, and Skycop cameras are there to protect all parties.
Guys, if this doesn't make you really sick to your stomach, then I don't know what's wrong with you. This situation is absolutely ridiculous. For those cops that beat that boy like that, it's absolutely sickening. It's absolutely disgusting. I think, a lot about how often our men are hunted down and how often our men are brutalized by police officers of other races and nations. And then I look at this particular situation and I say to myself, this is at the hands of your own. This is at the hands of your own. You guys are hitting this boy with batons, hitting him with fists. That boy was running for his life. He was running from his life for his life. He was running away from his murderers. This boy was running for his life. And you guys got mad because he decided to run. That's my thought process behind it. You got mad because he ran. You got mad because when you pulled him over, you jumped out of the car, ran up on him, yelled and screamed for him to get out the car. He didn't do what you told him to do. To me, I'm getting gun line boss vibes from these police. You remember the gun line? That's what I'm getting from these cops. That's the vibe that I'm getting. And then to have all of these Caucasian police officers and commissioners and councilmen and all these other people, everybody all out on TV, everybody's, we're in solidarity. We, this was a tragedy. We don't want this to ever happen again. And, we're appalled by what's going on. Like, cut this shit. Are you appalled when they do it, and the officers aren't black? Because when they're black, all of a sudden now it's let's make an example. But we're making an example for a reason. Why? Because we want to make it, because now what this is going to do is now it's going to change the narrative. So since, there was such a big issue about police brutality, everybody thought police brutality was just about how white cops treated black people. No, it's about how police treat people and black people in general. Like I said, that's giving gunline boss vibes to me. It's like this man was a slave and he ran away from the plantation and y'all was tracking him down. You tracking this boy down like bounty hunters in the street. Just with such anger. And you gotta look at what is going on in our men where you're so angry. You're so angry about everything. I mean, you have this position of power that you're using against your community. You guys are the Scorpion team or whatever they call you. So if you're the Scorpion team, trust me, I remember them teams. Everybody had a team back in the day where there was a group of police that just ran through and tore up everything. We had a Terminator. There was a freaking TNT, and all of them. All them different names that they had for them. All them names that they had for them cops. Because why? Because everybody knew what kind of cops they were and what kind of shit that they was getting into when they came through. So it's like this situation is now going to bring upon the United States and the world another, I can say in air quotes, another reckoning. And when I say reckoning, this is not nothing new. Had these officers not been black, if the officers hadn't been black, this shit would have got swept under the rug. And just like Ben Crump said today when he was on Ricky Smiley's show this morning, he said, this is now the blueprint for how things are supposed to be handled. I say, yeah, that sounds like this may be, an opportunity to make it this way. But I can tell you, when the blue was back in the blue, then everything is all good. Remember everything was going on with George Floyd. Remember all that defund the police and everything that was going on. There's more politics behind this shit than what anybody's really thinking. We're looking at it for the face value of it. Okay, black guy got killed by black police officers. You know what I mean? And they want the black community to police their own. But look at what they're doing. Anybody can say you trust police. I don't give a damn if the police black or not. I don't care. You can't trust, you can't trust people that, that you're supposed to be able to trust in your community because they look like you, but this is what they'll do to you too. What kind of shit did you have going on in your day where you pulled that you basically killed somebody at work? And it wasn't because they did anything to you. It wasn't because it was self-defense or anything. You killed this man because you had an issue, and whatever issue you had, you took it out on somebody else. What benefit did you get out of this? And how are you going to explain it? How did y'all beat the shit out of this boy? And what was the explanation going to be? Because to me, it kind of makes, I don't know about you, but I feel like if you look at it, look at that video, the second one where that little eye in the sky was watching, it was almost as if they didn't know it was there. But I mean, you can't even begin to tell me the police don't know that they have body cameras. What I think they know is the fact that they don't never fucking get in trouble for none of the shit that they fucking do. And there's always some justification for something. But in this situation, there will be no justification. In this situation, they don't give a damn about nothing. They don't give a damn about Tyree, and they don't give a damn about not one of your 5 black asses, and not none of your families. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Your pensions, all that shit is gone. And now you going to jail. And I promise you, they will put you in jail for this shit. And then ones who sat there and watched and didn't say nothing, you're going to jail too. This whole situation has ruined whatever footing has been made or whatever progress has been made towards some type of proof that police brutality exists amongst people of color. But lo and behold, we could never get them or anyone else outside of our communities convicted really of any of these crimes. But we definitely gonna get the black cops convicted. The black cops gonna get convicted and put away for the rest of their lives, or if not for the rest of their lives, it's gonna be for a nice period of time. It's gonna be for a nice period of time. You're gonna be on the news. You're gonna be on the front pages of everybody's newspaper. You guys been top story for a week, and now the country's about to go through another cycle of burning itself to the ground, and everybody upset and all at arms. But I mean, we're the mothers of these boys and these men who are behaving the way that they are. They talk about the way to the world and the way, to help the world be able to grow and be better is through the black woman, right? Well, you got to start some shit at home. I don't give a damn if your kid likes you or not. Start there. That's kind of how I feel. These men, you can't even call men. That's some real. That's some. I don't even want to say it. You guys, there's more going to be coming to light on this. I'm pretty sure the protesting is going to start. I know it's already erupted. The protesting has begun, and I pray that our people really start to realize that the system is not for us in a lot of different ways. We have a lot of people who are bad. What do they say? A lot of our people are part of the problem. You can't claim to be a person of light and do what you did to that boy, and not have or not have any feeling to watch that happen to him and not want to intervene or not intervene. If you dumb motherfuckers don't see by what happened with Chauvin's case and how the other 2 officers, you really don't hear much about them, but their asses got in trouble. But you don't. It's almost as if you feel like that blue blood that you got in your veins is gonna stop some shit. And again, Derek Chauvin was also a example. But guess what? Now they just got 5 for the price of 1. They lost 1 officer, and we losing 5. Pat yourselves on the back, assholes. Guys, thank you for listening to me rant on about this. This is a really sad situation, and I just hope that at the end of all of this, there's some good that comes out of this. I pray for his family. I pray for if he has any children. But just, keep these people in your prayers. A mom shouldn't have to see her child be murdered on television and in front of the whole world. So please leave me a comment if you have any thing that you want to say about this. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that you like the video on your way out. And thank you for coming. Bye.